A gray-bearded old man and a young man were observing the blooming of a lotus, sitting on a shore of a silent pond, when a young man interrupted the silence. "Master, why the meaning of life is hidden from us? We meditate trying to understand the logic of things happening around us, we see separate parts and we are aware of their interrelations. But all of our efforts appear to be vain when a new component appears, destroying all of the previous logical constructions." The meaning of life, the teacher reluctantly turned his eyes from the flower, can only be understood by someone whose mind isn't clouded with earthly troubles, wishes and passions. Only newborns are close to that state. The essence of a newborn reminds a lotus, soaring on the unshakable stillness of the pond. The surface of their soul isn't touched by the wind of aspirations, the rain of attachments, the snow of grievance, and the ice of loss. Their moistness isn't dried by fears, malodorous bubbles of fear don't take to the surface the slime from the bottom, their shores are empty, and the forest by the shore doesn't defile the child's clean water with fallen leaves, branches and needles. And later the world appears, with all of its meaningless worldliness. On the shores of the pond an impenetrable thicket of teachers grows up, mentors, friends, enemies, lovers, children, relatives. Constantly, the surface of the water becomes inseparable from the thick garbage on the shore. Every word, every moral, every kiss, every punch or kindness, every hour influence disturbs the untouched soul of a child, making him to grow up and go further and further from the understanding of the meaning of life. "But we can't get rid of all of this," the student shouted out heatedly. "We are people. Our life consists of the course of these actions, this coil, the boiling of these passions and wishes. Or are you asking people to become ferns?" "You've understood everything right, my boy," a light smile touched the lips of the old man. "You want to search for the meaning of life? Search for it. But to do that, you will need to refuse every carnal wish, attachment and feeling, become the grass, the fern, go live in the temple, become a hermit, rip all of the ties that join you with worldly troubles and passions, and then, possibly, you will be able to go back to the beginning. But what all of this is for? Is the search worth it? Ask yourself this question, and if the answer will be negative, remain the person between the people." The teacher turned his eyes towards the lotus again and finished, "And about the meaning of life you will always be able to talk with friends, while sitting in the shade of your home terrace, listening to the cheerful laughter of children, and drinking green aroma tea that your loving wife brings you." Story number 2. 5 wise men got lost in the forest. The first one said, "I will go the left, my intuition tells me that." The second one said, "I will go the right, because the right comes from the word rightness." The third one said, "I will go back, we came from there, it means I will go out from the forest." The fourth one said, "I will go straight, we should move forward, the forest will end and something new will open." The fifth said, "You are all wrong. There is a better solution. Wait for me." He found the tallest tree and climbed into it. While he was climbing, everyone else scattered towards their own sides. From above he saw where they should go to leave the forest faster. Now he could even see in what order the other wise men will reach the end of the forest. He climbed higher and saw the shortest way. He understood the problem and found the best solution. He knew that he did everything right. And the others were wrong. They were stubborn and they didn't listen to him. He was the real wise man. But he was wrong. Everyone was right. The one who went to the left found himself in the thicket. He had to starve and fight with wild animals. But he learned how to survive in the forest. He became a part of the forest and could teach others the same. The one who went to the right met thieves. They took everything from him and made him steal with them. But after some time, he had woken up something in those thieves that they have forgotten: humanity and compassion. The remorse was so strong in some of them, that after his death they also became the wise men. The one who went back made a pathway through the forest, which soon became a road for those who wanted to walk in the forest without being afraid of getting lost. The one who went straight became a pioneer. He visited the places where no one else was and opened wonderful new possibilities for people, amazing healing plants and magnificent animals. The one who climbed into the tree became a specialist of finding short ways. People turned to him when they wanted to find the fastest way to deal with their problems, even if it didn't lead to any development. This is how the 5 wise men reached their destiny.